Paris Saint-Germain delivered a footballing masterclass, showcasing not just their technical brilliance, but also their unwavering determination and team spirit. From the very first whistle, PSG set the tempo, pressing high and moving the ball with purpose, making it clear they were on a mission. Their energy and focus were evident in every pass, every tackle, and every run as they looked to stamp their authority on the biggest stage. Crushing Real Madrid 4-0 in the FIFA Club World Cup semifinal at Metlife Stadium, PSG left no doubt about their intentions. Each goal was a testament to their attacking prowess and tactical discipline, as they dismantled one of the most storied clubs in football history. The scoreboard told the story, but the real narrative was written on the pitch, where PSG's players outclassed their opponents in every department. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement of global dominance. The celebrations that erupted after each goal reflected the passion and hunger within the squad. Fans in the stands, draped in PSG colors, roared with every attack, sensing that they were witnessing something special. The unity between the players and their supporters created an electric atmosphere, fueling the team's relentless drive. PSG, already Champions League winners this season, now stand on the brink of a historic treble, a feat that would etch their names into footballing folklore. The dream of adding the Club World Cup to their trophy cabinet has galvanized the squad, and the hope of achieving something truly legendary is within touching distance. Their journey has been marked by resilience, ambition, and a belief that this is their era. Manager Luis Enrique has transformed PSG into a relentless, unified force, not just a collection of stars. His tactical acumen and ability to inspire have brought out the best in every player, forging a team that plays with both flair and discipline. Under his guidance, PSG have become more than the sum of their parts, blending individual brilliance with collective effort. The players trust his vision, and it shows in their performances. The stadium, packed with mostly Madrid fans, fell silent as PSG's clinical display unfolded. What began as a sea of white soon turned into a stunned silence, broken only by the cheers of the traveling PSG faithful. The magnitude of PSG's performance was felt not just on the pitch but in the stands, where the balance of power seemed to shift before everyone's eyes. Real Madrid, expected to challenge, were outclassed in every department. Their defense was breached time and again, their midfield overrun, and their attack stifled by PSG's organization and intensity. The expressions on the faces of Madrid's players told the story: frustration, disbelief, and resignation. For a club of their stature, such a comprehensive defeat was a rare and humbling experience. The defeat leaves Madrid with tough questions about their future, while PSG's focus sharpens on the final. For Real, it's a moment of reckoning, a time to reflect and rebuild. For PSG, it's a moment of clarity and purpose. Every training session, every team talk, is now geared towards one goal: finishing the job and lifting the trophy that has eluded them for so long. This result cements PSG's extraordinary season and signals a new era at the top of world football. The celebrations spilled out of the stadium and into the streets of Paris, where fans gathered to revel in their team's success. There's a sense that this is just the beginning, a foundation for even greater achievements in the years to come. Their confidence is sky high as they chase the one trophy that has eluded them. The camaraderie within the squad is palpable, with players pushing each other to new heights. Every member of the team, from the youngest prospect to the most experienced veteran, believes in the collective mission. The atmosphere in the camp is one of excitement, anticipation, and unshakable belief. The final awaits, with PSG poised to make history. As they prepare for the biggest match of their season, the world will be watching to see if this remarkable team can complete their journey and claim their place among football's immortals. From the very first whistle, it was clear that Paris Saint-Germain had come to New Jersey with a point to prove. Their intent was unmistakable. Every player surged forward, pressing high up the pitch and suffocating Real Madrid's defenders before they could even settle into the match. The energy in the stadium was electric, with fans sensing that something special was about to unfold. The relentless high press from PSG's front three, Dembele, Dou, and Ruiz, set the tone early. They hunted in packs, closing down every passing lane and forcing Madrid's backline into hurried clearances and costly mistakes. Their chemistry was evident as they moved in perfect sync, never allowing the defenders a moment's peace. Meanwhile, wing-backs Mendes and Hakimi bombed down the flanks with blistering pace. stretching Madrid's defense wide and pinning them deep inside their own half. Their overlapping runs created constant danger, forcing Madrid's wingers to track back and defend, which further limited Madrid's ability to build any meaningful attacks. The breakthrough came in just the 6th minute. Dembele unleashed a powerful shot that forced a sharp save from the Madrid goalkeeper, but Ruiz was quickest to react, pouncing on the rebound and slotting the ball home. The PSG fans erupted, their early dominance rewarded with a deserved lead. Barely minutes later, disaster struck for Madrid again. Under intense pressure, defender Rudiger misjudged a back pass, gifting Dembele a golden opportunity. The Frenchman made no mistake, calmly finishing to double PSG's advantage. The scoreboard read 2-0, and the match had barely begun. 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes left Madrid's players shell-shocked and the fans in stunned silence. The Spanish giants, known for their composure, suddenly looked vulnerable and unsure of themselves. Luis Enrique's tactical gamble, deploying an aggressive high-pressing system, was paying off spectacularly. His animated instructions from the sideline kept PSG's intensity high, and his players responded with total commitment to the game plan. Madrid, usually so composed under pressure, simply couldn't find their rhythm. Every attempt to play out from the back was met with a wall of Parisian pressure. Their confidence seemed to drain away with each passing minute, and frustration began to show on their faces. The quick-fire goals not only gave PSG a commanding lead, but also a huge psychological edge. With every successful press and every celebration, their belief grew stronger, while Madrid's hopes faded. It truly felt like a Parisian storm had swept into New Jersey, overwhelming Madrid with wave after wave of relentless pressure. The Spanish side had no answer, unable to weather the onslaught or regain their composure. PSG's aggression and intensity set the tone for what would become a dominant night, leaving no doubt that they were the team in control from the very first minute. Fabian Ruiz was the heartbeat of PSG's midfield, dictating play and scoring twice in a performance that will be remembered for years. From the opening whistle, Ruiz set the tone with his energy and intelligence, always available for a pass and constantly scanning the field for opportunities. His ability to read the game allowed him to anticipate Real Madrid's moves, breaking up their attacks before they could develop. Ruiz's presence was felt in every phase of play, as he orchestrated PSG's build-up and provided a calming influence under pressure. His first goal showed sharp instincts. He found space in the box, timed his run perfectly, and finished with confidence. It was a moment that lifted the crowd and gave PSG the momentum they needed. His second, a sublime finish from Hakimi's cross, sealed Madrid's fate. Ruiz's movement off the ball was exceptional, losing his marker and arriving at the perfect moment to guide the ball home. The chemistry between Ruiz and his teammates was on full display, as they combined with precision and flair. Throughout the match, Ruiz controlled the tempo, broke up attacks, and linked defense to attack seamlessly. His range of passing kept Madrid guessing, and his quick transitions turned defense into dangerous counterattacks. His vision and composure made the complex look effortless. Whether under pressure or in open space, Ruiz always seemed to pick the right option, rarely losing possession and often creating chances out of nothing. Beyond goals, he orchestrated PSG's press and led by example. Ruiz's work rate was relentless, as he pressed high up the pitch, forced turnovers, and inspired his teammates to match his intensity. Ruiz's all-action display embodied the modern midfielder, creator, destroyer, and scorer. He was everywhere on the pitch, contributing in defense, attack, and everything in between. He outshone Madrid's legendary midfield, dominating every duel and showing no fear against some of the best in the world. Ruiz's confidence grew with every touch, and his influence only increased as the match wore on. His leadership and energy lifted the entire team. Ruiz was constantly communicating, encouraging his teammates, and setting the standard for effort and commitment. On this stage, Ruiz proved he's among the world's elite. The fans recognized his contribution, showering him with applause as he left the pitch, knowing they had witnessed something special. It was a performance for the ages, a masterclass in midfield play that will inspire young players everywhere. Ruiz's impact was undeniable, and his teammates celebrated him as the driving force behind their victory. PSG's dominance started and ended with Ruiz. On a night when the world was watching, he rose to the occasion and delivered a performance that will be talked about for years to come. Ousmane Dembele was electric, tormenting Madrid's defense with pace and skill. His anticipation and clinical finish for PSG's second goal highlighted his evolution into a world-class attacker. Dembele's movement and unpredictability stretched Madrid, creating space for teammates. He drew fouls, won corners, and was a constant threat. His partnership with Mendes on the left was devastating. Madrid's defense couldn't contain him, even when doubling up. Dembele's form is crucial as PSG chase the treble. On this evidence, he's a true Ballon d'Or contender. Real Madrid were overwhelmed from the start, unable to cope with PSG's intensity. Their attempts to play out from the back led to costly errors. The midfield, usually Madrid's strength, was overrun and outclassed. Kroos and Modric found no time or space, and the attack was starved of service. Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. were anonymous, shut down by PSG's disciplined defense. Madrid managed few shots and little possession, a stark contrast to their usual dominance. Xabi Alonso admitted his side was outplayed in every aspect. It was a humbling night, exposing Madrid's vulnerabilities. Kylian Mbappe's much-anticipated reunion with PSG fizzled into frustration. Isolated up front, he was neutralized by Marquinhos and Beraldo. PSG's defense denied him space, forcing him to drop deep and limiting his impact. There were no trademark bursts or moments of magic. His former teammates showed no sentiment, closing him down at every turn. Mbappe's struggles mirrored Madrid's collective failure. For PSG fans, silencing their former hero was a satisfying symbol of progress. The club has moved on, building a new era without him. PSG's defensive discipline matched their attacking brilliance. The high press suffocated Madrid, forcing turnovers and disrupting their build-up. Marquinhos and Beraldo formed a rock-solid partnership at the back. Fullbacks Mendes and Hakimi balanced attack and defense perfectly. PSG dominated possession, using the ball to control the tempo and limit Madrid's chances. Their passing was sharp, their transitions swift. Madrid rarely threatened Donnarumma's goal, highlighting PSG's tactical supremacy. It was a complete team performance, flair and solidity in perfect harmony. Even with the game won, PSG kept pushing for more. Du's goal was ruled out for offside, but the intent never faded. Substitutes Barcola and Ramos combined for a late fourth, showcasing PSG's squad depth. The final whistle sparked jubilant celebrations. This was more than a win, it was a statement. PSG's relentless pressure and quality from the bench underlined their superiority. Real Madrid were left demoralized, simply waiting for the end. PSG's performance was power, precision, and style personified. The job isn't finished, but confidence is soaring ahead of the final. PSG now turn their sights to the Club World Cup final against Chelsea. The stage is set for a clash of European giants at Metlife Stadium. For PSG, victory would complete a historic treble and secure their place among football's immortals. Chelsea pose a real threat, but PSG's form makes them favorites. Luis Enrique's project could reach its crowning moment. The final promises tactical intrigue and high stakes. All eyes are on PSG to deliver one last time. This is their chance to make history and become undisputed kings of club football.